Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you're having a great day. So this video is going to be a quick little flip through to show you a finished journal that I have recently done. That was a special order for a friend, and it's a very different style journal because it's kind of made for a game, but it's for the characters in the game to be able to record things that are going on. But he wanted art pieces made for each one of the people that are in his gaming group. And so he had some very specific stuff. They don't know they're getting these, so I have kind of had to wait to release them until they get them because I don't want them to see them ahead of time. So anyway, we'll just jump into it here. So this journal is for the character is into like symbology and things like that. So this is the closure on this one. So this strap, if you get like sheets and things like that, they sometimes have these like nice straps that have Velcro on them. They work really good for closures for journals. And what I did was I just stitched some loops onto the back here to slide it through so that it can still move. So here's this side, and these are supposed to look like they're worn and beat up a little bit. That's why I took some sandpaper and I used some inks and stuff on these a little bit as well. So we'll get to this little bag a little bit later. So here's the closure itself. I added some extra Velcro onto it because this would have been too big, but this way it's also an adjustable strap. So if the journal gets thicker, there's plenty of room for it to still work as a closure. So that just opens like that. And I also put some metal corners on these too, so you can see those. They are just put on with a pair of pliers. Like, they're super easy to do. And I think I ordered them off of Amazon. So here is the back, or the inside of the cover. So I just used some light kind of tag board. Maybe it was from a notebook. I don't know what I used because I made this a couple months ago. Stitched on upholstery material in these gorgeous colors. And then we needed to have lots of writing space. So I used some very different papers. And here we go. So little fun flip up here. Lots of extra writing space. This is from a calendar. And I put a little bit of gesso on there to tone down the shininess. And here's a little envelope that's got some goodies tucked into it. And then this is also a pocket here. I should probably put something in this pocket. Do I have something handy to add into there? I'm just looking to see if I have like a scrap of paper or something I can stick in there. I'll just have to remember. I like to make sure that there's something in each of the places so that when people get their journal book, they have some idea of where some of the things are so they don't miss out on some stuff. I think what I'll do is I'll just mark this so that I don't forget. I'm gonna grab this random thing I have here. I actually don't hate that. It's kind of weird, but I actually kind of like that in there. Maybe I'll just use that. Maybe I'll add some journaling stuff onto it. This is from a book from Rome. So I don't know, that might have been a fountain or something. So that actually, I kind of dig that. Maybe we'll use that. Okay, so I'm gonna carry on here. One of those big multi-layered pockets with lots of little bits tucked in various places. Some of the paper I've added some decoration to, some I haven't. And then I added some distress and things like that with chalk, just regular chalk on here, because that was also a thing that was mentioned, that the character, the person, uses chalk and things like that. So I thought that would be cool. And he also like Symbology, Zen, things like that. So I had this calendar, like it just happened to have some of this stuff and it worked out really well. Added some journaling space there. Lots and lots of places to write. Made it look like it's been kind of chewed up and torn in some places. This was from another calendar that I had. So I turned it into like a little fold out, but it also, I left all the hieroglyph information in it. So that was fun. And this page is weird because it had an extra page attached to it, and it was attached so well. It was the fly sheet in a book that I'm like, oh, I'm just going to leave it. And it's just like an extra page. Then this flips out on this side. So this was from a book about the zodiac and astrology that I had, because it had some really, really cool graphics in it. And this is one of those little scrappy notebooks. And a 4-leaf clover charm up there. This is avocado dyed paper. This is another piece from that Zen calendar. And did I make, I think, did this get stuck down? It did a little bit. It's fine. Hasn't been open for a bit. So, Zen calendar. That's that. And then this was part of an envelope. So it's got 2 different spots. I should probably add a thumb hole. And then luck. This is from a card game. So kind of fun. Stick that in there. Some other little bits and pieces. This was from a coloring book. Like I said, all kinds of symbols and symbology and things like that for this one. So this, I was getting a little bit carried away when I was doing some of my distressing, and I tore some of the pages, but look what you can do. You can fix stuff. So fixing things, and I've fixed that there and got the washi in there, and it adds another little character. This is just a fun collage page. I was covering up the text on this page because it didn't fit with everything. So I just added some of my other bits and pieces there. This I thought was really nice. So I left that as is. And then, so this is more of that astrology stuff. And then we have a fold out. So we have writing spot here, and then we have pocket. And I had this fun little tag, and it had a hole in it. So I was like, hey, wait, we'll just add a little charm. So put that in there. This is one of those circle pockets, more little goodies in there. And then this side, more astrology. This was some fun heavy duty paper that I had that had this really great texture. And here's our center. This is another coloring book that I have, and there's the long ties that can be added. Something can be added to them. More of that paper. Here is one of those pockets that we made using book page, and then it's just sewn. And like I've mentioned this before, I have this gesso. I was hoping it was matte, but it's really shiny. So I kind of had put it on here hoping it would take down the shine. It only made it worse, but it's fine. It's fine. Some more paper there. Another little fold out that I turned into a pocket. So there's the fold out. And then we have some paper tucked in here. And then when we flip, we have this side, which is a nice writing space. But then we also can open this. And I thought this is a type of pocket that I make to these fold out ones. And I don't know if I've done a video on them, but they work really well to add extra things to your journals too. But I thought because this is so plain, you could still write on that. And then of course the pocket is up here too. So there's more stuff tucked in that pocket. So you can see some of the chalk smears and stuff that I did. Here, this is the stone thing that was left over from when we did the mixed media card. So that was perfect, the stacked stones. And then we got some more pockets here, and then I made it a corner tuck as well. So lots of good stuff there. And then this had like a picture or something I wasn't fond of down there, so I fixed that. This is the other side of that torn page that we added some more. I added some more stickers to. And then keep going here. More fun stuff. And this is another pocket on this side. So we've got some things here. So these come out of this pocket. I line the edge of this pocket with some washi to just give it some contrast and stability. So that's why this washi is here. You wouldn't necessarily know it's washi. And then this side is the other side of that page. So then it also has more places to tuck things. So that was a pocket that I added onto the edge of the page. And then you can't see it, it's covered up. So this is the edge of the pocket right here. And I collaged over it with this stuff. So this is the other side of that stacked stones. Here we have another piece of the avocado die. And then we have this lady here, more astrology stuff. This side, you can see I chalked it while this was down because I wanted to kind of have that impression, because I like having those voids sometimes. I don't know if you can see it really well on camera, where you can see where that paper was. There you go. And then we have one of those little books, little notebooks that I add to a bunch of my stuff. I usually put these in a lot of my journals. They're fun to make, super fun to make, using up little bits of paper. And this one had that in it as well. So that was kind of perfect for this. Another little charm here. Paper clip to the edge. And then more collaging, which I used to actually help adhere, because this was a little bit of a shorter page. So I used it to adhere this envelope onto this side. And then we've got some more with a journaling card, another scrap of paper there. And then this also becomes a pocket there. This is temporary tattoo down here. And then some more bits of paper. Man, I should probably find something else to go in there too. I gotta find a couple pieces of paper to stick in some of these pockets. And then we have our little bag, which is safety pinned on. And it has, so this bag I got with, I don't know, I've had it for a while. And it was just, has these fun symbols on it. So inside here is like the cutest little flat rock. So I thought that was perfect. And then I was telling my friend who had ordered these books about it, and I'm like, yeah, I've put this on it and put a little rock in it. And he's like, oh my gosh, that's perfect, because he has a special stone. And I was like, oh, cool. So this is the writing board. So when we get wonky and warbly spots, then we can put this in our journal so that we're able to write on a flat spot. So each one of these books was getting a writing board. So there you go. And then this has this big pocket in the back. So this was a sample, upholstery sample. Wasn't big enough to cover the whole thing. So what I did is I put another piece on this side first before I stitched it down. And then this became the perfect spot for this. I did have to cut my writing board down just a little bit because I was not paying attention to where my stitching was. But it worked out. I think it turned out really well. So there is another one of my finished special order journals that I've made. So let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if there's some things in here that you want me to go into more detail about, or some techniques that you've seen that you'd like to know more about. And don't forget, art with your heart. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.